All right. Yeah. Reconnect. Okay. I got things that are not connected. Okay, looks like we are live again. I don't know what's happening. Things are not connecting up right, and it's giving me all kinds of warnings, but I think we're live now, and I think everything's working right. So we're going to run with it and see what happens. So, folks, if you're coming to me live or coming to me on replay, give me hashtag live or hashtag replay. Let me know where you're coming from and drop any questions you've got down there in the chat. Now, I know we're coming a little late tonight. It's been a long day today. All right. Now, of course, if you're seeing us over on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe over there at Smiling Stew. And if you're seeing us anywhere besides the Home Business Freedom group, please come join us there at Home Business Freedom inside of Facebook groups. Or you can also go to the quick link that I've got set up for you right there, smilingstew.com/group. Come on in and join us. Now, folks, welcome to Home Business Freedom. I am Smiling Stu Sutherland. I am a freedom crusader, and I give people the knowledge and tools to build freedom by disconnecting their time from their money and growing residual income working from home. So, what do we got going for you tonight? Well, I thought tonight we would continue with how to hook up your funnel, and we are going to show you how to hook up your autoresponder this evening. Now, if you'll recall, on Tuesday, we tried hooking things up and it didn't seem like anything was working, and we couldn't figure out why. And lo and behold, after I signed off and you guys all left, I went back to look at it and everything was fine. So basically what happened is I needed to wait instead of worrying why it didn't change right away. I need to wait and let the websites update themselves first, which takes a little bit, and I'm just a little too impatient. So everything, if you go watch that video all the way through to the time where I started freaking out it wasn't working, and then just walk away, you'll be all set. So anyway, the moral of that story is have a little bit of patience when you're doing things. So anyway, back to what we were working on. Well, we're working on hooking up Get Response for you. So last night we kind of got all this set up, and we are now going to go here to Get Response. And at this point, you should have already set up your domain, obviously, and you should have an email set up. So the first thing you want to do, and when you're going through the training, let me show you real quick. They've got a nice little checklist for you of everything that you've got to do. And Mike describes the training very, very well. So if you go through that step by step, you will have a fantastic lead on it. So we're here on the website, and then we want to go to Get Response. So the first thing we need to do in Get Response is add our domain or our new email to the Get Response. So first thing we're going to do is go here to email marketing. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong spot. Go to tools and emails and domains. Sorry, not email marketing, emails and domains. So you get down there and you'll see all of mine that are already added in there. Now, this first one is Smiling Stew. This is my personal email, and that's in there because it's what I signed up originally with Get Response for. And then I've added down here smilingstew.com, which is my business, and my business email is smilingstew@smilingstew.com. So I've added that in down there. Now, here's the thing. I really would like that to be my default so that I don't have to change it every time. So I'm going to come down here and make that my default. Okay, so once you guys get in there, if there's another email and you want to do that, you can make that your default. So now, to add your email, just go up here and click Add Email. Very simple. Add your email or your name, obviously, and your email address. You're just loading them into Get Response so that they can use them. Now, obviously, mine's already in there, so I won't be loading one in, but that's what you need to do with yours. Okay, so that's loading your email up. We just did that, and we showed you how to make it the default if you want it to be a default. So next thing you have to do on the list is get a mailing address in there. You must have a mailing address, a physical mailing address to go along with your email, or they will not deliver your email. So you can do this one of two ways. You can actually use your real mailing address, which is what I do. I don't care. I mean, nobody's going to come show up at my door. Maybe somebody will send me a present. You never know. But you got to have an email address or an actual mailing address in there. Now you can get a physical mailing address by using an email service or, a mailbox place or anything like that. But you have to have an email in there or an actual mail in there. So to do that, you just go up to your profile up here, click on that and click on manage the account. And you just go down here to address and time and plug in your address and you tell it what time zone you are in, because that's how it knows what time to send emails. So when you tell it to set it at a certain time, it will send it at that time, but it will also adjust it and deliver it based on people's time zones. So if you want somebody to receive something at 7 in the morning, it's going to give it to them at 7 in the morning, their time, not 7 in the morning, your time. Okay. So it's important that you do that. So once you do that, you just save it. That's all there is to putting your mailing address in there. So very simple. Okay. The next thing is you want to create a list. So you want to go over here to tools and go down to go down to email marketing. Oh, I'm sorry, not email marketing, contacts. Yep, there we go. So you go to contacts and you want to go over here to create a list. Okay. So if I can create a list, you can have as many lists as you want. You can see I've got a bunch of them in here. Several of them, if you've been watching me at all on the quiz funnel I'm building, all these are just for the quiz funnel. So there's just a lot of emailing that needs to be done with that particular funnel. But, it has my different lists in here and shows who's been through what. So anyway, you got to create a list. So we'll just do a quick test list because I don't really need to create one right this minute. We're just going to call it test and just click create. Okay, so there it is, test. So from there, all you do is you go over and you have to generate an API code. And this is the one technical piece that you have to do that you only have to do once, with the slight exception of if you get another funnel and then you have to do it again to connect that funnel. So I'm going to be doing it in order to connect a funnel. So if you go to all these dots right here and click on the dots and go down here to integrations and API, and we are wanting to go to API right here, and we want to generate an API key. Okay. And then we got to give that key a name. So what's the name of my new funnel? So we're going to call this Work with Stu. Because that's actually the name of my new funnel. So generate that API key. Now, once you have that, you click copy on it. And again, this is the only technical thing you do, and it's really just a copy and a paste. So it's not that technical. So once you click generate, it gives you the code. You just copy it. And then you go back to your website. And I need to connect it to this website, my new funnel. So I'm going to go down here to the gears, the settings key. Okay. And I'm going to go to applications, because what I'm wanting to do is connect my autoresponder application to this. So I'm going to I guess I got to add application first here, and then go to get response. So I'm going to connect get response, and it wants my API key. So that's the key I just generated for you. So we're just going to paste that in there and say save and verify. So now this, there we go. And so settings, it's in there. So save and verify. We're good. So Now, if I want to connect this to my funnel, all I have to do is click here and click on settings. And now I'm going to be able to go down here and connect get response settings. That now appears. That wasn't there before when we set up the page last night. So now we click get response settings, and right there at the bottom is the test that we just set up. Okay. Now I actually want to connect this to one that I've already got, and that's my all-in-one list. So I'm connecting it to a list that I've already got. But we're going to show you how to create a list tomorrow and make that work for you. So not going to get into that tonight, how to actually enter emails in there. We'll cover that tomorrow. Okay. So that'll be something we'll cover just going into the weekend for you. So anyway, folks, hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, of course, shoot me a message, reach out. I'll be happy to help you with whatever and get you hooked right up. So, all right, folks, have a great evening. Smiling Stu out. We'll talk to you all tomorrow.